Hey everybody, how are you? It's Darla with Stamp with Chaos. I hope everybody's having a good night tonight. I am pre-recording. It is Monday night, and you probably will see this either tomorrow or Wednesday. I had to get on and do a special order for a card I ran out of, and so I thought, what the heck, I might as well do video. Haven't done one in a while, so that's what we're gonna do. But I have a couple items that I wanna share with you. Our online exclusives is coming on, and you guys will be available to order as July 2nd, and that means online exclusive is specifically just online, so you'll not find any of the products in the catalog. One of the things that they came out with was a glass mat, and they actually came out with it when our new book came out, but I didn't order it. I thought, so instead of using the paper mats where I sponge down on, let me just show you. I love these. They're the grid lines, and they're paper. You get a tablet, but you go through them like crazy. I do anyways. So they come out with this, but it's glass, and they keep telling you the best thing about it is you can just wipe everything off. Well, I kind of put it off. I was like, yeah, that's something I don't need. So I've been using the paper, but I've been watching some other demonstrators, and I'm like, well, that's kind of really kind of cool, because you don't end up with more paper, throwing more paper away. So I went ahead, I was able to pre-order it, and I believe it's coming out in the July 2nd as well for you guys to order. I'm gonna flip you down so you can see it. It's just like the paper, but it's glass, right? I already dropped my phone on it and didn't break either one, so that was a good thing. The cool thing about it is, this is the selling point. So when you're like going, and we're going to do this here in a minute, but like when you're going to go and you're going to add color to, oh my goodness, where's my, let's do early espresso. When you're going to go in and add colors to something, but you want to dauber down first, you know how we do this, you can just do it then. But then the cool thing is, instead of having to throw your paper away, can you even see that over there? I didn't even do it where you could see it. Goodness sake, Darla. See? Instead of throwing it away, guess what? You just wipe it off. And it comes with a cool little chamois right here. Make sure it's clean. And it also comes with this handy dandy plastic or silicone mat, so you can put your doodads. You can put your doodads in your different items in it when you're making your cards. So that's super duper kind of cool. I've already found one thing that I really don't care about it, and but I can fix it. It's an easy fix. I always write down on the side of my paper the dimensions of the cards, so when I do the videos and I post them, then I just take the paper with me and write down all my information. So tonight I had to use a sticky note. So I'm thinking about maybe getting a dry erase mark, one of the fine points that I can write on it, and then I could just take a picture of it and take it to my computer and stamp it that way. So that's one thing. The other thing I want to tell you is I'm going to retract what I said I thought about the Stampin' Up paper cutter. So I have used lots and lots of paper cutters, lots and lots of them. Fiskars. I fell in love with one of the Fiskars, and it had like a tube down the middle, but ever since COVID hit, I have never been able to find the blades for it. So I had to go back, and I switched back to a regular Fiskars for those that use them. They're the wire ones. Well, after a while, the wire bends, right? So then your cuts come out crooked. So then I tried Creative Memories. Well, I really like that one. And then I used it to cut some super thick, not poster board, but like poster board. I can't remember what it's called. And I ruined my blade on it, not knowing that you just pop this piece out and replace it. Well, I went ahead and I bought the replacements and put it together, but I still felt like my cuts were not straight. And so I had bought this one, and I said I didn't like it, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back to trying to use it. Well, guess what? I love it. I think change is hard, and I think it was just because it was something different, but it doesn't have a line, so I will say it's a little bit, you have the line here, but it's a little bit harder for me, especially if you have bad eyes, but I can always bring this down so that I can see it better. That's the only complaint that I would have about it. It also comes with a scorer. I thought I wouldn't like that either because I have my really nice scoreboard, but I'm going to tell you, do you know how nice it is to just cut and then turn it and score it and not have to pull out another board? So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to back the Stampin' Up! Paper cutter, paper trimmer, and scorer. And I will tell you that I bought extra blades when I bought it. I bought 4 of them. They're very inexpensive, honestly. And that's going to be another thing. At least they're available because you cannot find blades half the time for the Fiskars ones. But I use this not only on paper, but the other day I was using it on that thicker cardboard to make some, what do you call it? I'm tired, you guys. Not divisions. Like little file folder things. Can't even think what it's called. I want to say parchment paper, and it's not that. Anyways, I used it on the heavier thicker cardboard, and it worked just fine, and I didn't have to change the blade. So I'm going to say right now, as of today, the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer has surpassed the Creative Memories, the Fiskars, and I'm not sure which other one is out there. So that is my updated review for a paper trimmer. I will give you my review of this glass mat once I've actually used it a couple times. So anyways, with that being said, we are going to make this fishing card. Oh, so I can show you how easy it is. So we cut this is called Mossy Meadow, the green that we're using. And we cut it, we took 8.5 by 11, cut it to 8.5 by 5.5, but we're going to score it at 4 1/4. So literally, you cut the paper and you turn around and you score it. You lift this one up so it oops, unless you cut it like I almost did. You just kind of lift that up and move it out of the way, and then you just take this one and go over it a couple times. So easy. So easy. And then when you don't do it right, then you have your little lip there. So that means that probably wasn't really the actual size I thought it was. I just took it out of scrap piece of paper. So hold on. So now I get to show you again. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try this again. So we're gonna take let's put this. I'll end up using it for scraps. Now that I've got my scraps all organized, it's crazy how much more I use them. The arm comes out. You see the arm right there. So we're at 8.5 by 11. So we want it at 5.5 is half. And we're going to paper cut it this time. The other thing that I noticed when I was using the other paper trimmer and a different scoring board is the measurements were off by smidgens. That drove me crazy. I really thought I was going nuts, and then I had a friend of mine ask me, she goes, do you ever have problems? I'm like, yes. So I'm hoping that this will kind of cure that as well. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. There we go. So I'm really hoping that that's going to help with that little problem that I was having as well. Okay, so let's put this done. So we got that all cut, and I went ahead and I cut the rest of just to get them out of the way. Okay, so then this is our Gone Fishing DSP. It's double-sided. Absolutely love it. But before I do that, I am going to ink the edges of this, and I'm going to use a dauber, and I'm doing it with the early espresso. See how cool that is? And then if you're done, you can just grab your little deal and wipe it off. And I'm doing it to kind of give it some dimension, because actually we could just do this and it'll go on because you're going to cover that up. So, okay, and then here, you only want it on this side. Okay, oh, that wasn't too bad. And then this is going to go over the top of it. And I cut this to be 5 1/4 by 4, because this was 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So I just cut it down to 5 1/4 by 4, and we're going to place that right on top using our adhesive. I have been making so many cards. I ran out of adhesive. I was using stuff I didn't like, but I held on to. I bought it and tried it and was like, oh, I don't like this, but I kept it, which was a good thing because I really needed it. So then I took a piece of our crumb cake, and I'm going to do the same thing around the edges of it. And you can, let's see, I'm trying to think, I'm looking at the card that I made. So this crumb cake is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and the fish piece is 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. This is also part of the Gone Fishing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the little square piece first, and I'm going to ink around it. All this does is gives you dimension. You could use the Mossy Meadow. I'm sticking with the Early Espresso. To me, it makes it look a little bit more distressed, or yeah, dirty or whatever. So then we're going to apply that. Use your adhesive. Stick that down on there. And then we're going to go around the edges of it as well. Give it dimension so when it's on the card, you can it doesn't all blend in. I do this all the time. I know you've heard me say this. I dauber everything. Scrapbooking, I dauber everything. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take our, this is our pecan pie ribbon, and we're just going to take enough to, we're not going to tie it. We're just going to put it on the back side so you don't have to wrap it completely around. I did get my pre-order stuff for our online exclusive, and it's Christmas stuff. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm really excited. I didn't even really tear into it tonight because I had a couple things. I've been making a to-do list, and so I've been sticking to them, and so that, even though it came today, it wasn't supposed to come for a couple days. I'm like, ugh. But I really needed to get this stuff done, so we're going to do this tonight, and that stuff will wait. So then you just take the ribbon, and I put it right around the middle. I just put a glue dot in the middle to kind of hold it, and then wrap it around with another glue dot. And then do the same thing over here. Okay. And then when you get it where you want it, and then what I did is I just took a piece of string, and I came up under it, and I just tied a knot. We're not going to use all this. I'm going to cut this, in fact. We just tied a knot just to kind of give the, scrunch it up. Now remember, this is a guy card, so you can't put a whole lot of hoopla on it. I don't think that they appreciate that. Yeah, I made this string too big. That's okay. Now we're going to trim that down a little bit. Stinking cute. I really love this card. And I can honestly say I designed this one. I saw another card similar to this, but it wasn't this paper. So I copied the, oh, I got my new dimensionals tonight too. That I do want to use because I'm out of the big ones. So yeah, I do want to use that. The little ones are nice for little things, but when you have to use about 10 little ones on here because you don't have any big ones, that kind of stinks. So So we're going to use the bigger ones, and we're just, whoops. Oh, you're being nasty. I think you guys probably saw on Facebook that my son Adrian got married on Saturday. It was a very small, very nice wedding. They made up their mind to do it, and there wasn't like a lot of our family that could be there because they told us on Monday and they got married on Saturday, which was totally fine. They just wanted something simple. So me and Elijah and Candace took a couple of the girls and just the granddaughters, and we went up. And then they had a couple of his friends, and then her friends. So it was really pretty. It was had a park with a waterfall. And then baby is actually due the 12th of July, I believe. So we'll have another great granddaughter, Miss Gigi. I cannot say her name. It's Giovanni, I think. I don't know. I had to write it down so I could even remember it. So yeah, so that was kind of exciting. Yeah, it's just been crazy busy. We still got kids playing sports, graduation parties. We have our last graduation party this weekend. And then that's trends. Okay, so this is the Happy Father's Day stamp, and it is out of the Gone Fishing. I absolutely love this. The one thing I will tell you, and I am honestly going to send an email to customer service, is they need more man stuff. I'm even in a group that sells older, people get on there and they sell their older stamp sets and stuff. And there's not a lot of guy stuff. I need more guy stuff. I mean, I do. I need more guy stuff. So, and I guess I shouldn't wrinkle my nose at the guy stuff that they put on there. I need to start buying it and figuring out how to use it. Because I did see they had a tool set, and I was like, I don't want that. And then I saw some cards made with it, and I went, well, that would have gave you another option. So, okay. So then what I did, this is a 2x2 piece of crumb cake, and I just stamped it with the early espresso, went around the edges, and we're going to pop that up with dimensionals as well. This is a really super easy card. It's nice when you have the DSP, then you don't have to actually do a lot of stamping. You can just use the paper. Sometimes I sit and laugh at myself because I literally swore I'd never ever do what I'm doing. I would do scrapbooking, but I would never do cards. I never made cards. If we went to a card deal, normally I took scrapbook stuff. Or I'd be over there when Deb was doing it and whining, saying, can you help me? I don't know how to do this. This is so hard. Just kill her. She'd just die laughing. You know what? I'm going to cut this down a little bit. You see how I made it a little bit bigger. Oh, well. It'll be fine. It's going to be fine. No, it's not. I want it smaller. I'm going to take it down about... I should probably just cut because But I was laughing at myself the other day. I thought, you were always the one that said, I can't do this. I would never have ever guessed that I would be doing watercolor pens or making, coloring in stamps. And because I was either that you stamp it all in one color or you don't do it. I've come a long ways, you guys. I've come a long ways. And actually, I'm having a ball. I'm loving it. Okay, I cut that down a little bit smaller and kind of roughed up the edges, but that's good. It's a man card. It needs to be roughed. So I'll just rebuff it up here. Okay. There we go. Now you can see a little bit more of the fish. Okay, so there's that part of the card. Now we're going to do the inside, and we're going to kind of do the same thing. I cut a piece, I hope this is the right size, 5 1/4 by 4, and we are going to actually use the blending brush Where's my brown brush? Right there. And we're gonna blend, so to make this a little bit, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, so we're gonna stamp off. So see how cool that is? And then if you want to pick up the color, you can go back over it. So right now, it's not, like I said, once I get the dry erase marker, it probably will be a 10 out of a 10. I'm just praying I don't break it. That was my other kind of fear. Okay, we're just going to kind of leave this like that. You can actually go back around the edges if you don't feel like you got enough on there. It kind of looks rustic, manly. Okay. Okay, we're going to stick that on there. Use our adhesive, and then I cut a strip of the green flies right there, and I just cut it a 1/2 inch, and I went this is 4 inches long, so we're gonna go ahead and adhere that. And I'm gonna make sure I have it on the right side up. I talked too long. We're at 20 minutes. I like to try to keep these at 15 minutes, but you could either go completely over if you want, but I'm going to do this just to put it over to the side a little. And then I have my manly rustic metallic doodads. They're actually adhesive back dots. I call them doodads. And I'm just going to put 3 of them down. That you could do them there. You could do them there. Would look good as well. We could do it there. 1 in the middle. And I don't push them down too hard till I get them on there and see if I think that they're the right spacing. You could get your ruler out. I'm not a ruler girl. So if you buy cards from me and you expect it to be, yeah, I don't use a ruler. There we go. Isn't that cute? Super duper easy. Gotta love it. So there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I like the mat, you guys. I think it's gonna be a good thing. Except I already lost one of the little corners of it. Have to figure that out. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of fun. I hope you guys all have a great day. Enjoy tomorrow. We are supposed to have high winds again, 35 to 40 miles an hour. Woohoo. I tell you, I don't like Ellensburg because of the wind, and I'm really starting to not like our area because of the wind. So that is all for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and switch that off. This is Darla with Stamp It with Chaos. I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye.